There you are. There you are. What's your first name again?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my internet connection's not that great. What's your first name again?
My first name is Sai Charan.
Okay, Cyprin. I'm gonna get that totally wrong. I apologize. But yeah, I'm Bob Love. Very good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What is your name?
Bob Love, and I live in Monticello, Wisconsin. We're just kind of south of Madison. I don't know if you know the United States that well, but we're kind of in the middle west
Okay,
of the United States. So,
okay.
okay. How many of these this is so cool that you do this. How many of these videos have you done?
I think I did more than 70 videos in last 2 months.
Oh my gosh. So how did you get into this? I find this fascinating.
I started interacting people through social media and I requested them to be a part of my video series and everybody showed their interest and they also said that yeah, this is quite cool. This is really interesting concept and we want to be a part of your video series. Then we will give whatever you wanted. So just started like that. I started with Russian first and then
Okay.
till now I did with 20 country people. Yeah.
Wow, wow, very, very cool. That's impressive. Very, very good. And it's just you pick random people, just like someone who you think sounds interesting, you ask
Yeah.
them.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
well, I'm honored to be a part of the crowd here that you think is interesting. If you think I'm interesting enough to be a part of that crowd.
It's my pleasure. You accepted it and you came and you are talking with me. It is more than anything for me.
Right. Well, yeah. So, what I do is I'm a writer and I'm an independent film director. I do independent film. But for the last 25 years of my life, I worked in video games.
Okay.
Um, I was a writer and voiceover director for Raven Software in Madison, Wisconsin. And we did games like Soldier of Fortune, the X-Men Legends series, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. And then we got involved with the Call of Duty series. And
Okay.
yeah, it was so much fun. I got to work with some really great talent. But I just, after 25 years, it was time to move on. And so now I'm looking to get into TV and film. And I'm working on a novel right now. So,
Okay.
I'm really getting to push my writing side.
Okay. Okay. So you are a writer. Have you published any books?
This is actually the first book I've ever really done. Um, Most of my writing has been video game scripts. So I've
Okay.
written for video games, and I've got a couple film scripts I've got written that I'm going to be looking to sell once COVID, things lighten up with COVID. Because right now, production companies are having trouble knowing when they're going to shoot, and projects are, it's just a mess right now. So I'm going to hold off on trying to sell anything until COVID lightens up a little bit.
How, what
So
is the situation there right now?
for COVID,
Yeah.
not good. We're in. Let's see. So the right nearby us, they locked down the county. It wants everybody to wear masks when they go outside, which should be a common sense thing to do. But for some reason, a lot of people around here don't want to wear a mask, which I don't see why that's that big a problem. So yeah, there's that, and then there's the fight over kids going to school. Um, you've got politicians pushing to get kids going to school, and you've got parents going, I don't know if that's a good idea. So it's kind of a mess here right now. I don't think we've handled the pandemic as well as we could. But how are
Okay.
things there?
Not so good. The cases are still increasing, and the government is trying to control it. Yeah, it's not so bad. People are not coming out. Still, they are living. Most of the people are working from home. Most of
Yeah.
the companies asking employees to work from home, and government is just trying to increase the hospitals and trying to recruit new doctors, and they are trying their best. But
Yeah,
it is a nature created thing, and it takes time for human
yeah,
to
yeah.
get adapted for this.
Yeah, yeah, I know they're having troubles in Florida and Texas getting doctors because those are becoming really bad places where it's becoming an epicenter, and so they're having trouble getting healthcare workers there. And oh my God, I couldn't imagine being a doctor or a nurse or a lab technician right now because you see the pictures of them and they've got the marks on their faces from having to wear the masks all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
And here where I live, they don't people don't want to just wear a cloth mask over their face for 10 minutes to go in and get some chips at the store. I don't understand that, but
Yeah.
oh well. So yeah, it's hopefully things will get better, at some point, I hope. I don't know, you know.
It will, it will. Human will win for sure.
Yes, 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 we will. Yes, we will.
I
So
want to know about the video games on which you worked, and can you explain detail about that so that Indians also know about you and your work?
sure, sure. Um, so yeah, the when I first started at Raven, I went in as a programmer. I was a writer. I had come out of college. I had taken a bunch of writing courses. I wanted to be a writer, but I also did programming because that seemed like a good, solid, smart thing to do. If you're a programmer, you can get a job anywhere. Writers, yeah, you can't really support yourself unless you're really lucky. So I worked at Raven, and I was a video game programmer there. And gosh, we did a couple of different smaller games, and then we are the studio Raven, which is a great. I love that company. Love the people. The company got bought by Activision, which is this huge, like they're now partnered with Blizzard, and they do these huge games that it's just unbelievable. So we got a shot at doing some larger games like X-Men, and on that game they were having trouble with writers. Like they had hired this group of writers that didn't know how to do video games, and so 6 weeks before they were going to go have actors do the voiceover for it, they threw away the script and they go, Bob, we know you're a writer. Can you give us a script in 6 weeks? And so I said, you're goddamn right, I can do that. So I sat down for pretty much. I didn't sleep at all. It was so
Okay.
much fun. So yeah, I wrote the script. It got approved, and so I got to go to my first voiceover session, and it was the scariest thing I've ever done because I had no idea. I'm a writer. I wasn't a director at that time, and I went to LA, and they took me into this sound studio, and they've got the booth where the actors at, and then you've got the control room where it's me and another person and sound people. It's really intimidating. But the person I was working with, Chris Zimmerman, really, really awesome director. She taught me a lot. She saw how nervous I was about it. She goes, dude, calm down. We got this. And it was so much fun after that. Have you ever heard of Ed Asner? The actor Ed Asner.
Yeah.
He was Santa Claus in Elf. He was
Okay.
he's been in a bunch of stuff. But anyway, he was like the first name actor I worked with. And he came in, he reminded me of my dad. He came in and he looks at the script and he reads it and he goes, who wrote this crap? And he throws it down on the table and looks at me, he starts laughing. He was playing me. And so after that, it was just so much fun. I began, actors are just people. Most of them are really easy to work with and a lot of fun. Um, so yeah, I got to work with and all that involves is so you sit behind this desk and you've got the actor in the booth and they've got a sheet they call sides and it's just one line after another of what they're supposed to say. And now it's my job to say, okay, the next line you're going to say, I got to set the scene up and say, all right, you're in an alley and it's dark and it's raining and there's going to be a bad guy up on the rooftop and you're going to look up and say that line. And so that's my job. And then when they say the line, I can go, it needs to be louder. Oh, it needs to be softer. Or, oh, be a little bit more intense with it. And that's pretty much what you do when you're doing a voiceover session is you're working with the actor like that. But the important thing in directing an actor is to let them breathe life into it. Because if I were to direct an actor and tell them exactly how to do it, that removes all creativity from them. They're just like a parrot. And I could basically be reading the line and they just say it. And that's no fun for them. And it actually takes away a little bit from the color. But if you let the actor do their own thing, if I just give you the bare bones and go, okay, you're in an alley and it's dark and it's raining, there's a bad guy and there's you're going to say something to him. If I let you run with it, that's going to be much more alive and much more organic and feel real, So that's one of the big things I learned in doing that. And, gosh, I've gotten to work with some really great actors. Hugh Jackman, who is, dude, I got to tell you, Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. I worked with him on the Wolverine game, and he is one of the nicest people you are ever going to meet. Just, if he weren't doing huge movies, he'd be doing little community theater because that guy just loves to act and to sing and to dance. He's a performer. He's an entertainer. And for instance, there were a set of lines he was supposed to say when he's supposed to be all out of breath and tired. And most actors would just pretend that they were tired. No, that guy, he throws some punches so he'd get out of breath and then he'd say the lines. I mean, holy shit, who does that? He was just such a joy to work with. And the thing is, so we worked one day and he heard my name, and the next day, without me having to say it, he goes, hey, Bob, or well, I don't even want to attempt the accent, but he goes, hey, Bob, how you doing? Holy shit, Hugh Jackman remembered my name. It's just, he's such he's a human. He's just a nice guy. So yeah, I got nothing but good things to say about Hugh Jackman. Who else have I worked with? Patrick Stewart. He knows his stuff. He doesn't need a whole lot of guidance. He just does his thing. Adrienne Barbeau, she was awesome. I don't know if you've seen, she's been in a bunch of movies, horror movies and stuff. God, Will.i.am, got to work with him, really good. He's an interesting guy. He likes to sing and just, he's a really playful dude. Really, really awesome guy. Yeah. So anyway, that's working with actors. The writing process, it's grown over the years. It used to be like you'd have a team of 20, 25 people working on a game. Now you've got hundreds. It's like a film anymore. You've got hundreds of people working on a game. And so I can't just write a line and boom, it goes in. It's you write a line and then it's going to be looked at by a bunch of people and it's going to be changed usually. So it's a little bit more of a process to get things done, but it always works out really well. It does. God. So anyway, other games I've worked on: Soldier of Fortune, that was early on. X-Men Legends, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, which is probably one of the most fun games because I got to work with the character Deadpool. I don't know if you know Deadpool from the Marvel movies.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I wish I had gotten to work with Ryan Reynolds on that, but this was years before Ryan Reynolds had done it. Although the actor we got, he plays the Crypt Keeper. And that guy, he was as funny as Ryan Reynolds. Just he had all these one-liners and just a great voice, great energy. He was a lot of fun to work with. Deadpool, probably my favorite character to write for. Marvel Ultimate Alliance, we had, and so this was, gosh, I think this was right around the time that Iron Man had come out. So Marvel was really busy working with their films. They couldn't focus a whole lot on games, and they kind of let us do our thing. They were nice enough to let us use 135 of their characters. It was really outlandish, the number of characters they let us use. And so we got all the X-Men and God, Magneto and the Hulk and just everybody. It was so much fun to write for all those different characters. And I spent 2 solid months in Hollywood, go just either in the studio or at my hotel room doing that. So that was a great game. Um, we did the Wolverine Origins movie. That's where I got to work with Hugh Jackman, who's awesome. And let's see, then we started on Call of Duty, which that is the game nowadays. You've got it's making $1 billion and stuff, and every year they have such talented teams working on it. Every year it just keeps getting better and better, and the stories get great, and the characters. It's just a really impressive team that Activision's been able to put together to make all these games. And the fact they're able to get one out every year, because they've got like a 2 or 3 year development cycle where they'll have a studio work on the game for 3 years, and then they'll start another one a year after the one. So every year you're getting a new game, but it's had 3 years worth of work put into it. And that's why they're selling so well, because the quality is #1 for them. So that's video games.
Video games. Okay. So, what about programming? Which one you love? Programming or writing?
Oh, writing. While I'm okay at programming, I'm much better at writing. The people they've got nowadays, I mean, I'm good at programming, but the people they've got nowadays are like genius level programmers. These are guys who and gals who, if they weren't doing programming on games, they could be curing cancer or something, or working for NASA. It's just the level of programming is incredible, and the IQ levels are just off the charts. So yeah, while I was good at programming, I'm a much better writer. I'm much better at writing than I am at programming. So and plus, I really love directing actors. I absolutely adore that. That's so much fun. And now that I'm doing film, that's I'm enjoying it even more, getting to direct. Because with film, it's you're right there. You're not. Part of the thing with voiceover is you're in one room and the actor's in another room, and they have no set, no costumes, no other actors to work off of other than me, and so they're stuck. And whereas when you're on set in a film, you've got a set, and you've got lights, and you've got costumes and other actors, and it's just the energy is just so cool. And so when you get in there and you get talking with him, and you get the actors going, and everybody gets involved, it's just such an exciting thing to be doing. And the last movie we did was last summer. It was called Incredibly Dead, a horror comedy movie. And we actually shot this time of year. It was probably 100 degrees on set. And the actors just nonstop worked 8 hours straight, and we just kept moving and moving and moving. I love working with actors. That, you know what, more fun than writing is working with actors. If I could only do one thing, it'd be directing. Yeah, you get a good group of actors, and that for me is the most important thing, is casting. If you got to cast talented people. If you get talented actors in there, it makes the job so much easier and so much more fun. So I only work with the best because they cover up all my mistakes.
Okay, all the three things. One is programming, one is directing the film, and one is creating video games. All three are three creative jobs.
Yes, yeah. I don't think I could do something that I don't know what else I'd be good at. So I'm kind of stuck doing this.
So I'm sure. What is your age? What is your age?
I'm 59.
59. I'm sure you might have seen a lot of life, a lot of emotions of people, and a lot of situations, conditions, and everything. I'm sure with your eyes, with your ears, with all your senses, you have observed a lot of things. I'm talking with a person who is extremely experienced.
Well, thank you. Yes, I am.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome, but still you are still showing interest like a kid. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, no, I can't help it. I'm so excited about, especially working with actors. I absolutely love it. And it does make me feel like a kid. Although with my COVID hair, a couple more months of this, I'm going to look like Gandalf. Have a long hair going, long gray hair going. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's just so exciting. It does. I feel like I'm 16 when I'm running around working with these guys. So yeah, it keeps me young. It definitely keeps me young.
What do you do other than all these three? All these three.
Let's see. I play music. I've been in a bunch of different bands. I play guitar, I sing, I do keyboards. Most of the bands I've been in have been cover bands. So we do, like 80s rock. That's, the hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, but that also helps in doing the soundtracks for my films. I write the music for my films too. So
Okay.
I do that. I've got two awesome kids, Lexi and Rachel, and I've got an awesome wife, Emily, and we've got our dog Shadow. So, what else do I do? Uh, God, that's about it. I watch movies. I love to watch movies and listen to the commentary. And
Okay.
one of the best movies you can ever watch for commentary. So whenever I'm feeling down about stuff, like, oh my God, I don't want to make movies anymore. It's gonna sound weird, but Spy Kids. I don't know if you know the movie, but Spy Kids. Robert Rodriguez. He's like me, where when he gets talking about movies, he just really gets ramped up about it. So whenever I get down about movies, I'll watch Spy Kids with a commentary on because he gets. If you think I get excited, this guy's like, in the stratosphere when he gets talking. At one point in the commentary, he got so worked up, he goes, I got to stop. And so he had to stop it. And then he comes back and he keeps talking. But I just love that guy. He's got he's like a kid too. It's like playing in a sandbox with your best friends. Every time you get to make a movie, it's like playing with a bunch of your best friends. Another director I like is Tarantino. I don't know if I'd let him babysit my kids or anything, but he's an interesting person. Um, Christopher Nolan, I think, is a very good director. God, there's so many. Um, James Cameron. I would actually love to meet James Cameron. I think he'd be an interesting person to talk to because that guy, he's got it all going on. He's an engineer, he's an artist, he's a writer, he's a director. I mean, holy crap, there's not much he can't do. And he's always pushing the envelope. He's always looking to improve the technology and yet tell a good story within that technology. And look what he did with like Terminator, which, such an awesome movie. And then Terminator 2 did a great job with that. And I know there are some people who aren't too much into Avatar, but I thought it was a great movie. Yeah, it's a little bit of, it's not as boundary pushing as like what Terminator was, but still, I think it's an awesome movie, and I can't wait to see. I've got a couple friends who are actually working on the next batch of Avatar movies that are coming out. So I can't wait to see what he does. Um,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So you are a multitasker like James Cameron.
Yes, thanks. Well, he's a little bit better at it than me, but yeah, part of the things in making indie movies, I have to be able to do everything because there's not a whole lot of pay in this. You're pretty much doing it because you love what you're doing. How's my hair? Am I look? Yeah, here's good. Uh,
Awesome. I love the hairstyle. I was thinking that I'll try that hairstyle one day for sure.
um, so yeah, I have to be able to do multiple things because like I can't afford to pay people, so it needs to be kind of you do it out of the love of your heart. And I'm lucky to get the actors I get because I've got some really, really, really good actors working with me. And to find like I've got a couple really good makeup artists. I can't do makeup and I can't act. I acted in okay. Let me tell you this. I acted in a zombie movie and I was horrible. I will never get in front of a camera again because I was terrible. I mean, sure, I'm beautiful. Look at this face. This is all kind of beautiful. No, this is a good face. I belong on the other side of the camera. I don't look like an actor. I'm not a good looking person. But the thing is, so when I was doing the zombie thing, you're laughing. When we were doing the zombie movie, they had me wear this pith helmet. It's like I was supposed to be in a jungle, and so they had this big helmet on my head, and I'm supposed to get punched and fall over backwards. Well, okay, so first take, I'm standing there, boom, I get hit, I fall over backwards, but the hat fell off behind me, and my head hit the helmet. They put a pad behind me, but because of where it fell, I split the helmet. I actually cracked the helmet with my head. So
Okay.
and what do? They run over. Oh my God, is the helmet okay? They don't look to see if I'm bleeding or anything. It's all about the prop. But I was fine. I was fine. So they reset and they go, and I go, dude, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to break your helmet. And they go, don't worry, don't worry, we've got another one. So they hand me another one. We go to do the second take. Boom, I get hit. I fall backwards. The helmet lands right where the first one did. Boom, I crack it again. And I figured after that, you know what? God doesn't want me doing this. This is not a thing I should be doing. So yeah, no more being in front of the camera for me. I can't act. But I can write music, or I do a pretty good job of writing music. I can do lights. I can do sound. So I've got to be able to handle all those crew positions because I never know who's not going to be there on the day. So I have to be able to pick up the slack of to be able to do all that stuff. And it's just fun getting to do all these different things. But still, my number one thing is directing. I love working with actors. So,
So that
uh,
was your first and last movie.
my first movie was, God, what was it called? Oh, this goes back a few years. The More Things Change. It was a short film, and we actually shot it at Raven Software, and it had a bunch of Raven people in it, and it was a lot of fun to do that. And my last one was Incredibly Dead, the one I was telling you about that we shot last year. We were gonna shoot a feature film this summer, but because of COVID, we haven't been able to do anything. Nobody wants to get together, and I wouldn't want to endanger anybody. But yeah, Incredibly Dead. That was done last year, and so I've been sending that out on the film festival to various film festivals, which now are all virtual because nobody wants to get together to do a film festival. But that's life in COVID times. Um, so yeah, but so Incredibly Dead was a short. I think it came in at about 20 minutes, but we had so much fun with that. We decided we're going to do a feature version of that. So we're going to do a full 90-minute film of Incredibly Dead, and it's about two women who get kidnapped by this evil doctor, and he's going to turn them into super soldiers. His super soldier serum doesn't work on guys; it only works on. He figures out it only works on women, so he tries it on them. And unfortunately, the serum turns you into a zombie, but
Okay.
they only get halfway through the process. They become super strong. They get killed, but they're not complete zombies yet. They can still think, and they wind up fighting a bunch of other super soldier zombies, and it's all kinds of fun. It's really bloody. We used up. Normally, I use a little bit of blood, but we used a good solid gallon of blood in a 20-minute film. I feel pretty good about that. And although the actresses said they had fun getting covered in blood, I think at the end of the day, they're all sticky and crusty, and it was like in their hair and stuff. I don't think it was fun for them, even though they said they had fun with it. So, but yep,
How
yep.
many how many movies you did as a director?
Oh gosh. A dozen, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with a dozen. We'll go with a dozen. I've got one feature that's on Amazon, on Amazon Prime, that's called uh, oh God, I should remember this. Um, sure, and I'm totally blanking on it. Well, let's talk a little bit more. I'm sure it'll come to me.
Okay. So direction, programming, and video video games. Which
Dead of the
one you
Night.
like?
Dead of the
Yeah.
Night. The name of the movie. Thank you, thank you. You got me thinking of something else. So, Dead of the Night is on Amazon. Thank you, dude. Dead of the Night is on Amazon, and I think it's like $3 to rent. That was a fun movie. That's like the one feature that I actually got out there. We shot that over a period of 18 months. Got to work with some really awesome actors. Oh, did I lose you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no video.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see me.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Technology, it's like magic. So on that one, there's a buddy of mine. He does motion capture in video games. You know, motion capture where they put the black suits with little balls all over it, and they move around. It's like the actor Andy Serkis does for Gollum in Lord of the Rings. You know how the person will move around and then they transfer that over to a 3D character. Well, so my buddy did that. That's what he did at Raven. He's a mocap actor, but he was the lead in my in the feature film we did, and I'm so used to seeing him as a stunt guy. He's a very physical, muscular guy, really good looking. One person compared him, he looks like a Disney prince. When you look at him, he's just got the blonde hair and the blue eyes, and you know, I hate him because he's pretty.
Okay.
But when we were doing this, I had always thought of him as just a stunt performer, a physical person. I didn't know he could act. But the more we got into it, the more I saw, wow, this dude can really act. And it was fun to see him. I got to work with Morgan Bolin. She was really good. A lot of really talented actors in that. So if you get a chance, catch it on Amazon. I've already forgotten the name again, but if we talk a little bit more, it'll pop back in my head. So what time of day is it there? What time of day is it there?
Now it's 9 p.m.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. So we're like 12 hours different, 13 hours different. Yeah.
Yeah. Correct. Correct.
Okay. Dead of the Night, by the way, name of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't see you. I can't see your visual.
Oh, you can't hear. Let's
I
do
can't see
this.
you.
How's this? Are we
No.
good now?
No. No. I can't see you. I
You
can't see you.
can't.
No. No. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, what do you say about life? You have seen different stages of your life. You have worked in different parts, different places, and in different fields, totally different creative jobs. But you worked in different fields. How do you feel this? What do you say about life? It is a collection of everything.
life. Boy, dude, that's a very deep question. Life. There's always going to be bad stuff going on, but you got to focus on the good stuff. You got to fight against the bad stuff. There's going to be bad people and bad whatever. Fight against them, but don't let them take away the good stuff. Don't let them take away your family, your friends, and your passion. Number one, hold on to your passion. Find that and encourage that to grow. Like what you're doing with these videos, dude. Keep doing this. If this makes you happy, if this makes your heart warm, do it. And I encourage anybody out there who, yeah, you got to work your day job. You got to make enough money to pay rent and buy food and, you know, to live. But don't give up on, if you want to write. If you want to dance or sing or skateboard or whatever you want to do that thing. Don't don't just live to make money to live. Life is so much more than that. Find your passion and encourage that. Let that grow. Let that little tiny flame become a forest fire. All right. So that's my thought on life. Find your passion and make it grow. Help it grow.
Actually, you're writing with your vocal cord.
Am I? Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
What do
So,
you like, the writing or speaking?
um, you're writing, because writing, like right now, I have to watch what I say because I can like wander off or say the wrong thing. Whereas with writing, I can control what's going on a lot more. This is like very spur of the moment. And while I like talking with people, and I'm never one to shy away from being in front of a crowd. I think that's from all my time and working with bands. I prefer just being able to sit down and write. It's much more controlled, and I'm less likely to say something stupid. So yeah. If I have to choose between writing and talking, writing's where I'd be. Although I do like talking, especially with someone like you, dude. You're a very easy person to talk to. You're very good at this. And how long have you been doing this?
2 months. Just I started it 2 months before.
And what made you decide to do this?
I just love talking. I just
Oh,
love talking with different country people. I just love wants to hear the way they talk. I just want to hear the sound, different sounds. The words, the meaning of the words are same in every country, but they are
uh-huh.
expressing it in different ways.
Very, very
I just
cool.
I that made me to show to the entire world that every human being is same, and the meanings of the words are same, but they are expressing in different ways. The expressing ways are different. when you
Okay.
when you start when you start listening to them focused, you will understand them. Then you can respond to them, and they'll give response to you. This is about communication. You can connect with any person on this planet if you are very good communicator. And I just want to show that to the people who are connected to me. And slowly, I started with my state people who are living in my state. Now
Uh-huh.
it went to other state and other country. Now almost 20 countries completed. And just now my brother was saying that brother, there are total more than 190 countries. You did videos with Netherlands, South Africa, America, and yeah, Denmark country sports psychologist, and Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and just now I did with Italy guy, Italy country person, and yeah, every continent. I covered every continent, and I have another video after this, who is from um, who is from European, one of the European country. Yeah,
Uh, if I can ask, how many languages do you speak?
three: Telugu, Hindi, and English. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's incredible. I can barely speak English. So I'm impressed. Very impressive. Dude, that's very, very cool. I appreciate you contacting me and letting me be a part of this. Keep up the work. I it touches my heart that you're doing this and that you asked me to be a part of it.
Definitely, the people who watches you, the Indians, will know that there is a director who is thinking like this, who worked in different fields, and who is creating things like this, who have this perspective about life, and he this is how he thinks, this is how he looks at things. I just want to show them. This will be new for them. You're a director. You will be knowing better about these things, how to create and what to create and what exactly makes them feel like, wow, this is wonderful. I never seen this before. What is new? New is something you're hearing or seeing for the first time.
Mhm.
The
All
definition
right.
of new is that is what I want to show. I want to be the definition of new. That's it.
All right. Well, dude, I am impressed, and you are very, very easy to talk to. Keep up the great work. I'll be watching other videos. I don't want to watch me, but I'll be happy to watch other people's videos. So, dude, you have a great day or a great evening. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much for participating and coming to talk with me and accepting my invitation. You are a very busy man. You'll be having your work and giving you gave me time. I feel very happy and I'll put this video for my entire life. I'll show to my kids and my grandkids.
All right. Okay. Well, keep up the good work, my friend, and keep that passion going. All right?
Yeah, I'll remember your words for sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
And can I put this video on my YouTube channel?
You sure can.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much again.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.